The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have law degrees. I am Marvelous.
And I am not your average Joseph.
We are the Podical Sons, so let's start the damn show. Today is the day we do a stereo play.
Stereo. You like that? That was like my yodel version.
I see, said the blind man. So yo, check it. Let's enjoy this little stereo episode. Same call to action as usual. Welcome everybody to the brand new ones.
Welcome.
Come one, come all on stereo. Feel free to jump in and stuff, whatever. We'll take some notes. We'll take a little commentary. We'll enjoy it. Make the best of the show to interact with the peoples. This will be heard on all the platforms as usual. Spotify, Google, Apple, iTunes, podcasts, etc., and thepodicalsons.com. We are there. Don't be shy to get the replay from this. So let's do this. How you feeling today?
Man, this week was a trial for me, bro. I think
Time for vaccine?
I think I might have caught the cootie and not even noticed until later on into the week. I was like, yeah, I started noticing something.
Sound like someone's ready for the vaccine. Vaccine. Miss Vaccine. Smooth body is red. The damn jabby.
We'll see how good this immune system works first.
All right, fresh. Your body, your choice. You know,
my body, my choice.
Your body, your choice. Same thing I told some chick the other day about. She said she want to go half on the baby. I'm like, it's my money, my choice. So,
well, yeah, I mean, you got to let these women know the decision is not only on them.
Yes, truly, I agree. So let's kick it off with the polls and stuff. Let's talk about the polls. You ready now?
I'm ready.
First poll of the week said, would you rather die in 5 years and get $10 million today, or die at 75 and get $100 million at the age of 70? And 76% said $100 million. Where did you stand with this? I got to hear this shit.
I was in the first half.
You were in the first half?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like, yo, see, here's my thing. My thing and stuff is that I would have said, like, I'm really down with the 5 years and just get the 10 mil today and call it a day.
Right.
See, but your babies are older than my babies.
This is true.
My baby and stuff, whatever, is still like, you know, he's going to need me for the next like 5 years plus beyond that. So my black ass is not about to just jump out the window or something like,
nah.
It'd be kosher. Like, I'll set him up, whatever, you know, but I want a little bit of adult time with him and stuff when he gets to an age.
Of course.
Your babies and stuff, for you add 5 years, they'll both be legal to do crime and go to jail like a
right. These are the things that you got to really think about when you answer these type of polls.
Exactly. That's the reason.
Your perspective in life.
That's why I was kind of shook. I was like, yo, I'm not too sure about this one, whatever. But I was like, you know what? Let's see what happens. But I see everybody wanted to take the safe bet because they're okay with dying at the older age and stuff. But I'm like, yo, you got 5 years to spend $100 million. You already past retirement now, because most people retire at 65. Some people,
right.
Yo, I know a dude, God bless the dead. This man, he retired, let's say he retired today.
Mm-hmm.
And less than a year mark, he had a brain aneurysm and died.
Wow.
He didn't even get a chance to enjoy retirement. They even said that like he went he was a man that liked to golf, and he went to, I think, Myrtle Beach to go do a little golfing and stuff. And when he came back, he was complaining that his head was kind of just still on and off, bothering him and stuff. Got checked out.
Yeah.
Turns out brain aneurysm forming up, whatever. And then before he died, before they got a chance to operate on him.
That's crazy.
So you're on borrowed time. I'm not saying you're always on borrowed time and stuff for them, but like, you never know. So you
never know, man. Tomorrow's not promised, and that's kind of always my thinking when I get questions like this, right? It's like, am I gonna put off till tomorrow what I could probably most likely enjoy now, in hopes for a rainy day to come around? Because that rainy day may not come around, and that's it, right? You had that chance and you didn't take it.
And I mean, that's the thing that will hurt and stuff too, right? Because you'll be like, yo, I get my 100 mil, and the next thing you know it, you're like, but I only spent $500,000. Be like, yeah, bitch, that shit is gone now, so we gonna miss your ass. So yeah, you gotta be wise and stuff about it. And then like some people, I want to say they know how to risk it for the biscuit. Like I said, if I didn't have my son, I know how to risk it for the biscuit. And I know how to make myself good before I take them, and I know how to take care of what I need to take care of pertaining to my peoples and stuff as well.
Shoot, you might even come up with a cure that might stop that 5-year debt.
All right, you reaching now. You sound like one of those people and stuff. You got the genie with 3 wishes. What are your wish? I want to wish for more wishes. Relax, now. Like, you've already been blessed with an opportunity. You just trying to. You got to relax.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't try, and you got to at least try. Come on.
1, 2, yo.
Come on. You're 4 in. You're not thinking about it?
No, you're sweating bullets. Yeah, you're gonna be shaking and shivering, do everything to go on and stuff with it. Because I even told somebody, they're like, somebody looked at me the other day and stuff, and they're like, yo, how old are you? So I'm like, why does it matter? So they said, no, you just look super young, but then your beard makes you look a little bit like older. So I was like, I'm 36 going on immortality. So they're like, what? So I was like, yo, hopefully, the hairs get like a little bit more gray, but I just still stay the same. So I'm like, yeah, you might want to hold on to something and keep it pushing. But keep it pushing. You know what the deal was. I want to say you're making this deal with the devil, but I want to say like you made this deal already, and now you're trying to extend the contract.
Every time I see Death coming in, we're walking around with that sickle.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just hide behind the corner, hide behind a bush. I just gotta extend it. Just give me 1 more year out of it.
Comedy,
and then I'll look for another year out of it. So, but I'll just give me the money right away. Give me the money right away. I'm not here to stick around for it. Show me the money.
Cool. All right. So the next poll was better cheaters. Now we spoke about this on the last show and stuff, whatever. And we said we did poll it in the past, but we have different people and stuff now listening to the show, a new demographic, new group, and all the above. So we kind of resurrected this one. And yeah, better cheaters, men or women. And 90% said women. Now, let me tell you my little quick joke. Yeah. I post the question, and when I post the question, I leave our side on the podcast side, on the Instagram side, to go back to my personal account. So I was like, oh, okay, you know what? It popped up in my story and stuff. So I said, let me vote, because it's been like a few minutes and I didn't get a chance to finish. So let me do my voting and let me be out on Instagram. It was early. It was early as shit. So I said, you know what? Let me post mine. So I go to post my answer, and I seen the shit say 50-50. And by that time, like 4 people already vote. Like me made the 4th person that already voted. So I'm like, damn. So kudos to like the support. But the people that said men, you guys are on cocaine. Yo.
Listen, do not underestimate the power of a woman.
Man, ain't that the truth?
They got designs on the mind. They know how to get shit done.
Yo,
without getting shit done.
See, I look at it like this. I look at like men would men would admit that they cheat more than women.
Do you think it's the that part? Okay, that part right there. Do you think it's more of a boastful thing from a man's point of view?
You know what, to be honest, I think it probably is, because the reason I say it probably is because I look at it stuff like most men and stuff, or average amount of men like today, I don't want to speak for all, but average amount of men today, they have like a fragile male ego. So it's still kind of considered like a flex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you cheated, I cheated on my girl, but we still together. Or I cheated on this one chick and stuff and everything like that and everything. I've never cheated before, right? So I don't have that kind of card to flex. So that's why I'm like, I'm kind of in the thing. But I know for a fact when I'm on some type of dudes and stuff and everything, like, what? You mean you never had your main chick and go get your dick sucked by another chick? It was like, no.
Where have you been?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life?
One dude was like, what's your life about? When the man said, what's your life about? I'm like, that's a hood nigga telling you ain't shit.
You definitely ain't shit.
I was like, damn. And see, I look at this stuff as like, even like some women and stuff, even if they're cheating,
right,
they ain't shit. So I look at it like, all right. So even like men, my mom said men are dogs. So women must be cats, and cats know how to cover up their shit. Now, when it comes down to it, I think the tail of the tape is where we have an issue where I look at it like this. A woman, I feel like most women can look at a man and just look at him in his eye and be like, yo, you're cheating on me. I just know.
I can pierce into your soul.
Yeah. Be like, something's different.
Yeah.
How can we talk about this different kind of twist to them, whatever? Are you fucking someone else? You're like, wait, what?
Right.
I had a wedgie. I was trying to fix it. They're not trying to hear that. They automatically assume that this is what it is. So I was like, okay. Now men, average amount of men, I don't think they have that. We have that kind of Sherlock Holmes private eye investigation skills, like how women have it and stuff, right?
Yeah.
It has to be like obvious telltale signs. And one of the things and stuff that I've noticed and stuff, whatever, because I've been cheated on, was like, yo, when we stopped fucking. I think ODB said it and stuff is like, listen, got your money. He said, I don't have a problem with you fucking me. I have a problem with you not fucking me.
Right. Yeah.
So if now we're in a situation where you're going to give me sex and what is shop? One joke, one watch. So if you're going to fuck me and you're going to fuck the other dude and stuff like that, I might be none the wiser. But once you start fucking me and stuff like that, whatever, it'll be like, all right, here lies the problem.
There's something wrong. Wrong.
Yeah. It's a bit dodgy. It's getting dodgy and sticky real quick.
Yeah, 90% of our followers, I think, got it correct.
Yes.
I think they definitely got it correct.
Do you agree with once a cheater, always a cheater?
Nah, I don't agree with that. Look at Charlemagne.
Charlemagne? Bro, you went hard.
Shout out to the God.
yo, you're real talk. You're a piece of shit for that. I'm thinking you're gonna speak for like somebody yourself. He's like, nah, look at Charlemagne. He changed. How you know somebody on the low?
Because he out here promoting that he ain't. So I gotta trust him. him. Yeah,
with the black.
Come on.
Okay. I see it.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be in that realm too.
Cool.
It's always a realm of possibility, and I feel like if you're it's like anything else, like a learning thing, right? You do something wrong, you suffer the consequence from it. If you don't like the consequence that you suffered from what you did wrong, then guess what? You stop doing what you did wrong.
Okay. Yeah, that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. Well put. Well put. See,
That's why I always had that belief that, and that goes with anything that might be like considered a bad habit.
Right. So that's the reason why I fully can see it, because see, I look at myself as where, yo, you want a different type of result, and a lot of things, but you might be losing in the process.
Yeah,
right.
You might.
Think about, like, there's some people, like, if you're going to start a business, we'll just say for shits and giggles, you're going to start a business and you realize that if you had the detailed layout to say, all right, if you're going to start this business, you're going to start losing time from separating from your friends and family and all the above. And like, this is what you're going to sacrifice to create this business. A lot of people won't sacrifice that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you realize what you have to you have more to lose. You might have tons of stuff to gain, but they look at it stuff like, they look at the gain as, or something as a 50-50 exchange. They look at it stuff as like, I'm going to kill all my social time, my free time, my sleep, my me time. I have to put an extra 40 hours and stuff to get to this point, just to what? To make sure a business is okay to run. They're like, nah, fuck that. So now when they look at the cheating aspect, they're looking at stuff like, what? I'm going to lose my home, my house, my car, my wife, my dog, my this, my that, my state of mind. You know what? I'm done. It's a wrap.
It don't add up. It just does not add up.
Right.
And at that point, you really just got to be thankful that you're with someone that can allow you to learn that lesson. That has faith in you that you can learn that lesson. Because let's be honest, some people can't learn that lesson.
Yeah.
And that in itself is the problem.
Very damn true. See, okay, let me ask you this. Would you be willing to forgive a woman who cheated on you?
I think I would have to say it depends on how far in the relationship we were in.
5 years in.
5 years in?
Yeah.
First offense? Yes. First offense, I think I can forgive her.
I feel like we need a people's court theme for that. First offense. I was like,
First offense, I might give her a pass. Like I said, it's like, we're here. What do you take away from this? Because your whole thing is you could have lost all of this.
True.
The only reason why, and this is probably the only reason why I would probably continue, Marv, is maybe if she had come forward on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Then most definitely, then yes. Then because I would have to look at that as some form of sign of remorse, no?
You know what? You're absolutely correct. I can respect that a lot more compared to like me trying to find out.
Yeah.
Because if now she comes to you and she says like, I got something to tell you. Can we talk? And she's like, I think the worst woman could do, like, if she's cheating, is to suck another dick. I don't know.
Yeah, that's like a foul level that.
Yeah, because I feel like she can have sex with the person, and it can be like, yo, what are we doing, and all the above. But then for her to put the hands on it, put the hands on the balls, that like treating like a doctor's, appointment, and she's putting the lips on the wood. You're doing the most, Ma. You're doing the most. So even if like the confessions like Usher come out, I might be still on the fence.
Yeah, Wes. So if for future references, any women out there, don't tell Marv the details.
No, just tell me you cheated.
just leave it at cheated.
Yeah, but okay, so let's hope you don't run into that dude and stuff with it, because you know dudes, they sometimes some assholes. Some dudes be assholes. Well,
we just talked about the boasting. The boasting.
Exactly. Be like, yeah, you in love with her? I just finished sucking my dick. I'm like, wait, what? You didn't tell me you sucked the dick. She's like, I was drunk. I thought it was you. I got carried away. Shut your ass up.
Damn.
I'm there. Yo, okay. Let me ask you this. Is cheating always wrong? Hear me out. What I mean by that is like, I feel like...
Yeah, I was like, you got to explain. You got to explain that one before the audience says, what the hell's up with what's so fucking marvelous?
I think what you won't do, another person would do. Right? I had a girl tell me this and stuff, whatever. I think about like 2 years ago. She told me and stuff. She's like, a lot of these chicks are so stupid out here. They think because, what she said, a lot of chicks are so stupid out here because they can cook a pot of chicken. They can cook a pot of chicken and lay down on their back and take some dick. That makes them wifey material.
Wow. That like, get you to the front door at least?
It gets you to the front door, but it don't
get
make
you to the front door.
Yeah, but it don't make you.
You don't get a key. You don't get the key to the front door.
No, because my thing and stuff is that, like, one, if let's say all you can cook is chicken, like, you know, like just stew some chicken, not even like different variations and stuff, whatever, but just do that. And just every now and then take it on, you know, on your back. You're not, you know, jumping on top. You're not doing the most. You're not doing other things that needs to be. You shouldn't consider yourself wifey material. And that's what she said. A lot of chicks stuff was their problem. And I agree. So she's like, yo, some women and stuff, whatever, like when she finds out like some women get cheated on, she likes to understand, like, you know, like, well, what happened? Well, what didn't you do? And they always claim that they do everything and stuff like that. It's the same thing. Like, so when I told her that I got cheated on in my marriage or stuff, whatever, she's like, well, what didn't you do?
Right.
She's like, did you pay the bills? I'm like, nah, I paid the bills. So I'm like, I told her like she had like 2 bills in the house to basically pay, and I paid like the rest of the bills. I'm like the rent aspect, mortgage aspect, that was all me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I did that, this, that, and the third. So she's like, did you not eat pussy? So I'm like, no, I did that. She's like, did you not go on dates? I'm like, I did that. So she's like, well, then no. She's lacking. It just messed with everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I get it. And I seen it from there and I understood it. And I was like, it makes sense. So then she said, if you're a chick and you have a problem with cooking for your man or catering to your man, but then another woman is willing to offer to do all that type of stuff, you deserve bun. And I was like, oh, bun to the folks that don't know.
Yeah, you gotta explain bun.
Yeah. You deserve to get cheated on. So I was like, wow.
Well, I mean, I won't go as far as to say that you deserve to be cheated on, because maybe it's just something that is not in your wheelhouse and you don't know. Mm-hmm. But you deserve to get a talking to. I would start there. A firm finger wagging. I'd start with those two.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, put the warning out there so she knows there's a close issue at hand that you got to resolve, or things might happen.
No, I think a conversation has to be had about certain type of things prior, because I think that if you just come out the woodworks, like jump out the window, and she in her case jump on the dick, or him in his case sliding some cooch or other, rubbing 2 sticks or scissoring, whatever case.
Right. Yeah, you definitely would have to have that conversation. And
the adult things to have the conversation prior. Right. It leads up to this type of thing.
Yeah, and so to go back to your original question, I would say, well, I mean, that's what kind of makes it still wrong, right? Like you can't now justify your wrongdoings because of somebody else's shortcomings.
Right. Fair.
Yeah. Just get her a manual or something.
To you. The manual to
the manual to you.
Cool. Let's talk about Governor Cuomo. Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York.
I was like, why is it got to be somebody that shares a name with me? Huh?
I was about to say Prince Andrew got those cases pending up, so congratulations. This ain't the year of Andrews.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay. Well, he's resigned because of sexual harassment scandals and stuff, right? And his final day or his last day, I believe, is August 24th. How do you feel about this? Like, if you were him, would you resign?
I'd try to write it out, man. Look at Trump.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I felt like Cuomo's, I feel like Cuomo's kind of like bitch made. The reason why I say that and stuff is because I'm like, I feel like if you're resigning or you're stepping down, you're admitting to guilt.
Look, man, all you got to do is follow the one-time leader of the free world who admittedly, he didn't know it was being taped, but out here with his gimme gotcha move, that shit came out and he just paid it no attention at all. Kept trucking, won an election, and then made it happen from there. I think eventually you got enough gusto behind you, these things will shrink and they'll go away.
You see, okay, and height of the pandemic, for all that was happening to New York, I remember New York was that hot spot.
Right.
And he was holding it down and he got them onto like the daily briefings and all that type of stuff and everything. And he was praised as like a hero. You know what I'm saying? And I think when he was talking about like, the books and everything, like trying to, make a book and start patting himself on the back and everything like that, I think it wasn't showing humility. Now that sexual allegations and stuff that kind of comes out against him and everything like that, I like the line because I like the line. I like the little memes that came up. I'm not perverted. I'm Italian because, I guess all the Italian.
Shout out to all my Italian people out there.
Yo, I just couldn't stop laughing. So I was like, is that how we living now? So I'm like, okay, I see it. I get it. Is it acceptable? Fuck no. But I mean, it's a start for somewhere. The memes came out. What is it? One of my favorite ones I remember. Roses are red. Meg Thee Stallion. I'm not perverted. I'm just an Italian. So I felt bad for him. But then, like I said, the humility aspect and stuff from like creating books, and he's like, yo, I saved New York, basically. I was like, just humble yourself because, oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
Right? And I say it before.
I just don't know. I just don't know what it is, Marv. Is it that they really feel like during the times when they are being bad and dirty, that they're untouchable for these things to ever come back and haunt them? Is that what they're thinking?
Partial. Like, I can't speak for all of them. I want to say partial. I can see people feeling like that because, like, my slogan, give me 50 mil, I'll tell you how I really feel.
Right.
So if I have 50 million and stuff in my bank account like today, my attitude and my bravado is a lot different.
Right.
I'm riding high on some things and stuff like that. And I might be out of pocket and stuff a good portion of the time, but it comes to a point where I have to sit down with myself and kind of like have a nice slice of humble pie.
Yes.
And then you have the other aspect where you have some women or some people, not even just women, some people that just feel like, you know what? I might never ever get to come close to a payday compared to like you. So I might as well shoot my shot. And they'll do it like to shoot their shot, not to win you over, but to shoot the shot to win for themselves.
Got it.
Because my thing and stuff is that sexual, like any kind of like, let me say this, rape is a heinous act.
Yes.
Rape is a heinous
prefix it. We're going to prefix it.
Right. Now, if he did not rape you and he touched you a type of way inappropriately or made an advance at you at a particular time, why wait till now?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why wait till now?
Yeah, because when it comes to the rape aspect and stuff, yeah, you would definitely be physically and mentally scarred. So I don't expect you to kind of speak up from it and everything like that. But like one brush to me, like I said, I don't know, maybe because I come from a different kind of school of thought, whatever. Or like I come from the time where if a man like is to say something to a woman to try to pick her up, he just shot. And today's time and stuff, whatever, she don't like it. She called it considered catcalling. And catcalling is illegal in New York. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm in that realm where I don't know where they stand, but then I do know he would feel untouchable, just exactly what you were saying. He can feel untouchable. Because, I mean, if you're a man that you're boasting and stuff that you put New York on your back and you saved New York from this pandemic thing and stuff, and it's still going on, you're a cool person.
Yeah. I mean, and it's just one of those things. It's sexual harassment is sexual harassment, but I also believe that when it happens, you need to speak up about it at that point in time.
Facts.
Don't keep it in your pocket like some sort of ace card that you're gonna hold for later on down in life to just pull out on a motherfucker. Nah, right there and then, let it be known.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree, man. That's what I'm for. But they're not, so here lies his nice little dilemma that he's in. So he's out the office, he's stepping down. He said he's doing what's best for New York and everything. I don't know if it's best for him, but I guess he might as well prep himself for retirement now. Because yes, he might be possible to see jail time, but if he doesn't see jail time or any kind of charges or allegations and stuff stick to him,
right?
How do you pick up the pieces from the leftover of your world after this nuclear fallout?
Do we have any current examples? Whatever happened to that Anthony Weiner guy?
Weiner's still stuck with his wiener in his hand, man. He's SOL. Like, when would you have
remember Weinergate?
Weinergate, yes.
That was it's now got to be about what 5 years now, or maybe more.
Maybe 3.
3?
Yeah, maybe 3.
Seems so far away. Weinergate.
If you look at a wiener from far away, it looks like a Vienna sausage, though. So I don't know. See, and I always feel like it's like what has happened, like now and then.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, all right, then these allegations and everything came out. You didn't see jail time and stuff and everything. But I'm like, now, regardless of what it is, that sexual offender thing is on your name for the rest of your life.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
So that's what I'm saying. So now, even if you say like you're going to apply for a job at friggin' Chick-fil-A, they be like, have you been convicted? No. Be like, all right, cool. But you lied on your application, so you haven't been convicted. So you're good to go. But if you're convicted and they give you a title of sexual offender,
yeah, might be a little bit hard to dance around on that job application.
Period. Exactly.
Yeah.
I forgot about Weiner. That's so funny. But he was a perfect guy, perfect example, perfect object of his body.
Because he ended up stepping down too, right? That was the move, right? That seems to be the move. But only Trump is the one that I see really, held that defiance and said, "Screw you all, I'm going through with this."
And this is the reason why.
And I'm gonna grab me some pussy.
This is the reason why I feel like, and like resignation admits to guilt. Trump didn't resign. He just kept it pushing. So at the end of the day, to the most public people's eyes, he's not guilty. He just made a statement.
Yeah.
That's it. What else we got? Let's talk about Apple. Apple and these plans to scan U.S. phones for child porn. Are you yay or nay with this?
Apple is using what apps?
Yeah, so Apple now they have a plan where any iPhone used in America,
right?
They're just gonna scan through them and stuff for that because Apple they got their beings to kind of get into everybody's phone.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go in and just check, I guess, people's. I'm assuming like these are probably their notes, their file folders, photos, of course, to see if there's anything of like child porn or child sexual abuse on the person's phone.
Nah, I can't give Apple that power. As good as
talk about it
sounds to get these sex offenders and these perverts out of here. That gives Apple too much precedence and too much leeway into other things that we might not want them to be doing.
Thank you. So U.S. is the first country to start with this. Canada might be next. And UK and etc. I'm not a fan of this the same way. I think I look at this up as where, okay, let's say I'm married to like some Apple exec.
Right.
And this motherfucker have been dying to ask for my passcodes and everything. And I'm showing her like some dummy photos or like, because I realize some people know some hidden ninja techniques where to stash photos in their phone.
Right.
I'm garbage with that. So when a chick sends me a booty pic and everything, I'm like, oh, and that bitch is living in the damn regular photo.
You know who kills me?
No.
The people the iPhone people who hide pictures in the hidden folder.
Yeah.
Knowing that every person who owns an iPhone has the same damn hidden folder.
Right? So that's why I don't feel like it's hidden enough.
What's the sense? What's the sense?
Way back when I had a BlackBerry, right? When I had a BlackBerry had this thing called I think Safekeeper or something keeper.
Right.
And it was like a safe, like a vault. And if you took the photo, you could put it in there and you need a passcode just to even open up the app.
Right.
That I'm kosher with, whatever.
That's the type of security you need.
You need and stuff like that. So it's kind of like if you need a passcode to get into the BlackBerry, you need one for that. And you need a passcode to get into that phone, you need another passcode for that. But for iPhone, once you get the passcode into like the main area of the phone, you can find that.
That's it. That's all you need. That hidden folder is yours.
That's I'm like, yo, this one is too wild for TV. So I'm scratching my head. I'm saying hell to the no, to the nah. Because I feel like, I'm a parent to a young child.
Yeah.
My son is 4. Let's say his mother and I were not together. But let's say there's a situation where he must have fell, bust his ass, and let's say he hurt like his lower back or scarred his lower back in his butt area, right?
Yeah.
I sent her a photo, and I sent her a message. I'm like, oh my gosh, he was running around, he slipped and busted his ass, and now he got a little scar. I took this photo and it's showing like his butt cheek and his back area and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
Apple now go scans my phone and be like, this nigga out here, he keeping child photos of butt cheeks on his phone. Be like, no, dog.
That's not what it's about.
Exactly.
You're taking things out of context.
Exactly. So like, nah, fuck that. I'm not about that life. I agree, like the cause or what they're claiming the cause and stuff is kind of just.
Yeah.
Because I feel like.
But I mean, Marv, do you think it's a situation where it's lead with the left so you can really come in with the right? I mean, yeah, we're telling you.
I heard that. I fucking like that. I'm gonna steal that now.
Yeah, because it's a situation where if I want to know if I want to have access to the information that's on your phone, and I know that you're willingly not going to give it to me, right? But if I preface it with something that is going to be worthwhile and just, like I need access to go into phones to find these perverts who are all about child abuse, child sexual abuse, child exploitations, this, that. People genuinely are going to agree that this is a good thing.
Right.
Right? And they'll say, hey, we'll gladly give you access for that. So then they give you access for that. But once you give them access for that, the access you give them, it doesn't just stop there.
No. It'll keep flowing and going. So that's the reason why I'm like, I'm more for if you want to accuse an individual and then you have a court order, like part of like a warrant or something like that.
Right.
That individual, you go after the individual and you go into all their activity within their phone from the time you put in the court order or the warrant.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, like, everybody freely, no. You have to go after an individual and stuff like that. And I think it's a lot less work for, let's say you pay Apple people who scan through the phones and stuff for their income of like, we'll say for shits and giggles, $50K a year.
Right.
$50K a year and stuff, whatever. You got them working for like, let's say half the US population. We'll say 150 million people have iPhones and stuff in America. You're paying a set of group amount of people $50K a year to cycle through 150 million Apple iPhone users?
Insane.
Nah.
Insane.
I'm like, or you could be doing your job, doing degular stuff where I'm already paying you $50K for, and then I'm like, oh, this court office has an order for such and such person's phone. We need to pull up everything from their phone to see if they have any child porn. Done.
Go ahead. Go in there.
One person, one chick, done. That's it. So no, I'm not for it.
Well, I mean, let's liken it to, let's say it's not your phone, and let's say it's your house. Police need warrants to come and search your house. In order for them to get a warrant,
right,
they need a probable cause. They can't just go to the judge and say, hey, just give us a warrant to come in, go to Sofa King Marvelous's door and kick it open and it's going to start searching. No, you need to know why. We are allowed a certain amount of privacy and we're allowed a certain amount of rights.
Man, I hope I'm not eating ice cream on my couch because it don't work out too well for black men eating ice cream in the couch when cops kick in the door.
There you go. Might not work too well with people who are trying to send images of the little hurt ones, bum cheeks, on their iPhones.
No.
It's not.
Negative.
Yeah. Slippery slope.
Negative, man. Yeah, so I guess we'll keep an eye on that stuff and all the iPhone users in America. Watch yourself.
Watch yourself.
Yep. What else we got? We got OJ. OJ said he's afraid to go to LA because he might run into Ronald Goldman and Nicole Brown's killer.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
OJ say he afraid to go back to LA to run into a big fat mirror.
Okay, so all right. Here's my thing. All right. I want to know what you think about this. Like, all right. This shit, when I heard it, I died laughing like real quick. And then I had a weed session and stuff, whatever, that night, right? And I was saying to myself, I'm like, self, did OJ really do it now? Okay. All right. You have double jeopardy, right?
Yes.
You cannot be tried for the same crime.
Nah.
You beat it. So I'm like, he's won that. The man wrote a book, If I Would Have Done It. And on the cover of that book, that F was a little small. It was a little smaller than the I, way smaller. So I thought it said, I done it. But I'm like, wait, and I had to look hard. I'm like, if I'd done it. So my thing is that he's telling you if you would have done it, blah, 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 he would have did it. We already wrote off OJ and stuff as guilty way back in the day. But I'm like, is he trolling? Like, what's the purpose to even say something like that? It's said and done. I was like, did he already do it though? Like, I don't know. He got me questioning some shit though.
Nah, right? Like decades later, you gotta start to think, okay, he's still pushing that narrative. That's a long time to ride with the same.
Smooth. That's a long damn time, man.
Some people, if they were guilty, they would have shut up a long time ago.
Right.
Take the free escape, and then I look, man. I beat the system. That's it. You ain't even gonna see me.
You ain't seeing shit. You ain't seeing shit. But I'm like, yo, you beat it. You could. You didn't see no jail time and stuff, right? And then you still like, yo, he's still out there though.
Out there.
He's waiting for me to slip up and stuff and just come catch me and stuff like, I told you, fucker. And just, get him. And the isotoners, they probably might have the proper, because they left the gloves on the scene, right?
Right.
They got the decent isotoners and stuff that they make sure that, I won't leave no gloves behind. But this time, I'm definitely taking the gloves. I'm going to ice you today. I'm going to have my OJ with ice today. So I was like, yo, do you think he really did it? Like,
look, man, I can't say 100% for sure because I wasn't there.
That's what I'm talking about.
I wasn't there, right? And it's just like,
right.
Listen, guilty people get off of crimes all the time. Innocent people go to jail all the time. So It's just one of those things, right? It's like, if you don't have the facts 100%, it's going to either not clear you or it's going to clear you or it's just going to leave everything in limbo where they can't send you to jail anyway.
See, and that's the thing. I always look pertaining to like, a lot of times context means everything. I always tell people like, make sure to be mindful, control your context.
Right.
We did the whole court case thing and stuff, whatever, with the whole Bronco drive and all of the above with OJ. And I see that, I get it. Don't get it twisted. But I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, yo, an innocent person will always try to let you know that they're innocent and stuff whenever like a shred of the moment comes up, because it's kind of like, all right, we'll go back to the cheating thing. If you're a woman accused of cheating and stuff and goddamn right you didn't cheat on her and everything like that, you might echo that shit out the house stuff for a minute until she starts shut the fuck up about it.
Right.
So now once she shut up about you cheating now, I think that's when you'll just kind of be quiet and be mindful. So think about when OJ came out, OJ went on the Twit. He got a Twitter account, and then his followers stuff kind of went through the roof. Like, picture all people coming in and stuff. You're like, whatever, killer, go golfing, killer, you did this, killer, I can't believe you, killer. The man's like, yo, I'm telling you, I didn't do it. The killer's still there in LA.
And to prove it, I ain't going.
I was like, yo, that's how you feel, OJ? I was like, damn. I was like, it made me start questioning some type of things. So I was looking like, when I was a kid back then, I was like, I think when the Bronco drive happened, I was like in the 3rd, 4th grade. I am 36 years of age now, whatever. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know, my guy. I feel like he probably didn't do it. And I was with a chick. I was with a chick and stuff the other day. And she, like, it was like late, whatever, right?
Right.
We're just vibing and stuff. And she's like, when I was telling her all of that, whatever, she's like, yo, I didn't come for that. I didn't come to know if OJ was thing. I just want to know if you still like me or not. I'm like, but do you think OJ did it? She's like, no, I don't think he did it. Because she's like, after 20 plus odd years, you're still trying to fight the case? I was like, see?
You've got some, I mean, either you're really a real asshole troll, or you just didn't do it.
Okay, so, all right. Then OJ went to jail that time for, like, threatening the person and stuff like that for, like, his memorabilia, right?
Right.
But taking his shit, whatever. If he was a killer, he would have iced that dude.
This is true.
He didn't do it.
Maybe he didn't think he could get off of that one.
I don't know. I think he could. I think no, because Johnny Cochran is dead now. God bless the dead. Johnny Cochran, yeah, and Robert Kardashian. So, yeah,
is Isotona still in business? I ain't seen the Isotona gloves in years.
You don't give a fuck because you're driving a vehicle now. You turn on your steering wheel warmer and everything. Like, you don't really care no more. If you're
they brought the Bronco back. Hey, dude, maybe this is all to push the new Bronco.
Yo, you know what? Stop playing, but that might sound like an idea.
Maybe this is all to push the new Bronco that they just released. Huh? Because the first thing you mentioned was the Bronco.
Keep it real though. If Ford was smart, they should give him like at least like a freebie Bronco and stuff to let him know. I give him like the white edition.
The white edition.
White, outside white, seats orange. Be like, yo, the OJ edition, white Bronco 2021. Be like,
this shit keep you moving.
You won't get caught. Unless you want to. Yo, all right.
Woo!
All right. If you were OJ, what would you do different?
If I was OJ, what would I do different?
Okay, so let's say, for example, you got dragged to court and everything. You beat your charge. You're OJ. Time. What would you do different? Because I feel like everything OJ does, it just screams kind of like a killer persona. Like, you ever look at some dudes and stuff in the hood and you just see them and stuff. You don't even have to see like no teardrop tattoos. You just look at the dude and be like, yo, I feel like you got some bodies on your weapon.
Yeah.
I feel like OJ has got like mad bodies. I think like, Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman are just known bodies.
Just the known ones?
Just the known ones. So now you're OJ now. You're out. You've just beat this murder charge and stuff like that. What would you do different? Would you write a book?
I'd write a book.
You would write a book? You're an asshole.
I'd write a book and then get married, move off to some type of like cottage country and live a normal life.
So you still
that's how you gotta wrap it up. You gotta wrap it up with a normal life. You can't be out here flashy and shit. You can't be out here looking like you got away with something.
And what's the
you
title
just gotta look. Yeah, you just gotta be like.
No, I want to know the title of your damn book you're gonna write. If I would have done it, you would have named it the same thing.
No, I would have named it. I did it, and justice works.
Yo.
And then I go live my life on the cottage. Because at this point, you can be honest, man. They already say you're doing it.
Well, it's a true fits word. Because if you've been called a villain for so long, and then you do some things to kind of align with the people, and now they're calling you a hero, do you now take the hero title? You've been called a villain for, let's say, 25 years. You've been called a hero for 1 year. Do you now just switch and convert over to hero?
I would think so.
Really? See, my thing is that if we've been calling him killer for the longest, he might as well just own it. And like,
just own it. Just own that shit.
Own it. So if somebody said like somebody like me or some other people or something out here saying like, I don't think he did it and everything, he's like, well, fuck it, I did it. The title of the book is called I Did It. Not if I would have done it, I did it. Written by Orange Simpson. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I did it and justice works.
Shit. Let me ask you. How did you feel about DC comic book sidekick boy Robin identify as bisexual? First of all, how?
Okay. So we're going to get into this one because...
Oh, tell me how you really feel.
Because I'm a comic book head. Well, growing up, I was a comic book head. I collect comics. I didn't have any specific brand lead over the other. Like it wasn't any Marvel over DC. I just bought the comic for the superheroes. So I had some Batman comics. I've had X-Men comics.
Mm-hmm.
I've had Nightwing comics.
Mm-hmm.
Now, growing up as a comic book reader,
Yeah.
I would have to tell you that there is nothing in any of those comics that would insinuate to me that Robin was gay.
I agree. I try to look. So I think when in one of our group chats, when everything was posted,
right,
I went to go do a little research and stuff. And I'm like, I see nothing but doctored information. Nothing but doctored information, because it's kind of like, you know, the comic book bubble, like when they're speaking.
Yeah,
I seen tons of edits and stuff, whatever. Easy, like it's not hard to fucking recolor the bubble and just put new text and stuff in there that matches the other previous text.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem official. But then out of nowhere and stuff, whatever, apparently like a comic book group, DC, at the time, DC hasn't spoken about it. I don't know if they probably changed stuff within later in the week.
Yeah.
But the comic book group and stuff said that he identifies as bisexual. So I'm like, yeah, but it's not officially from DC. See,
Right. So, okay. Now I have a little bit more clarification on this, because I thought this was coming from DC themselves.
So at first it wasn't,
Right.
But then DC and stuff, whatever, spoke about it. DC was looking like, at the time they're looking like, you can believe whatever the character wants you to believe and stuff like that. And that's part of the thing about the comic book, because the thing is stuff is that if you believe that Superman hated all black people and you're a white supremacist and everything like that, you haven't really seen too much of like Superman really saving black people. So you can just roll with the narrative that Superman was part of the Klan.
Right.
And they're none the wiser. I mean, they're none the wiser and stuff with it, because they don't give a shit as long as you buy the comic.
Yeah.
So if DC does play into the narrative and stuff that he is bisexual and stuff now, whatever, they're looking like, well, our Nightwing sales were kind of down.
Well, I was just about to say that. I mean, if you're introducing this narrative now, and this narrative is going to help bolster the sales of our product.
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, you know what? He was. Yeah, he had a few tendencies back in the day. We just didn't let it know. But listen, I'm not saying that there's superheroes out there that cannot possibly be gay, cannot possibly be bisexual, cannot possibly be transgender. But usually, when you're building a character arc, you kind of divulge as much information as you can about that character.
Facts.
So people get in, you know what I mean? So people get drawn into that character. People feel like, okay, I know this person that I'm reading about. Makes the journey of reading the comics much more better when you know who the person is. So they lead with that character arc. They build that story around that person. And I've never seen that story around Robin.
Never.
I mean, you did bring up the fact that he hung around with two older men.
I mean, that's you know how I feel about Batman. You know, Batman and his thing, because his name is Richard Grayson, aka Dick Grayson. Richard Grayson was part of the Flying Graysons, his mother and his father.
Yeah.
They died in a tragic accident at that circus that they were with.
Right.
They were with the traveling circus. And when you look at the traveling circus, it's kind of like your co-workers. I realize that the older you get, I feel like the older you get, your real friends and stuff, whatever, you might not see that much, but your co-workers, you see so much more. So they become like friends / family too.
Yeah.
So now if you're in some circus with your parents, it's not like you're just only interacting with your parents. You're going to interact with the lion tamers. You're going to interact with the muscle bending people. This is a circus.
For sure. One big happy family.
One big happy family. Both of your parents just died. Died in performance. And you mean to tell me that one billionaire decided to pay this money for you, and then your circus family is now no more? I know a rich pedophile.
So you trying to say it's Batman?
Yeah, I'm trying to say. No, I'm trying to say Batman is the real Jeffrey Epstein. That's what I'm trying to say. Brought the man to a nice little rich ass little ranch or on the cave. He went into Robin's cave.
Yes, yeah. Batman turned Robin out.
Yes, yes. Robin was trying to fight it for so long, so he started dating Commissioner Gordon's daughter, Barbara Gordon, and he's at the moments where she probably pegged him. She's like, "Is this normal?" And he's like, "You know what? It's something what I'm used to." Okay. And I mean, possible, but that's what I'm saying. I was like, I just always questioned the fact that you had this rich ass dude dressing up this little boy in these cute outfits into a rich ass house with just him and an older man by themselves.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see the angle that you're coming from.
Bless your heart. God bless.
So okay, so why now you think?
There's an agenda to push.
Okay,
There's definitely an agenda to push. To Lucky, to like all my other LGBT friends.
yes,
I told them and stuff. I'm not trying to be straight. I am straight. I was born this way.
right,
And you guys are born that way and everything and stuff too. I look at where I'm not trying to push a straight agenda, but then again, from their world, they're saying like, well, one person was saying that they try to, pray the gay away. Because they came from a religious family.
right,
And like they try to like have the family and stuff saying like, this is a phase, this is a moment and everything like that. And the families didn't understand that they were born that way.
yeah,
So they're trying to, the families and stuff of them were trying to push the agenda and stuff that straight is the way.
right.
I don't believe that society today is now saying straight is the way. I feel like, yes, you might have a few conservative or right-wing people like, will kind of say, this is the Bible, this is the Bible, this is the Bible. But this planet doesn't have the Bible isn't the only book or predominant religion on the planet.
Right.
So I feel like if you don't, long story short, when it comes to like these religious groups and everything like that, no one can make you do anything unless you don't want to do it. If they hold you down by force, then that's definitely rape or non-consent.
Yes.
So you don't have to push anything to get your point across. And I feel like a lot of times, especially with the LGBT thing, where you see with our previous show that we had,
right?
I feel like they created an umbrella where like it's kind of like if you don't feel like you have a group, we'll take you in to help push our group to get stronger.
Right.
So it's kind of like it went from lesbian and gay to LGBT to LGBTQ, the letters and numbers that go on to spirit, all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that might be subject to change and stuff, whatever, if they're trying to find another group to kind of latch on to and stuff, whatever, to like make their campaign a lot bigger and stronger. So that's why I feel like the agenda and stuff is not really to say we're pushing straight, we're pushing gay, but they're looking for alliances and allegiances, and they want things to kind of to hold some weight to them and be like, what? Yeah, remember the comic books you used to read back in the day? And you're like, yeah, guess what? Robin was bisexual. Welcome. You can feel safe over here. We have a bisexual superhero.
Hey, you ever wonder why we never saw Robin in any of those Batman movies?
Which one? The recent ones?
The recent ones.
That's a good damn question. I don't know. Why? You got something in your mind?
Nah, because I'm thinking, I'm wondering if this might be a possible setup to give Robin or possibly Nightwing a movie. And if you give Nightwing a movie, because he's no longer Robin,
mm-hmm.
and this Nightwing character is bisexual, then it would have to kind of start somewhere, right? He couldn't just turn bisexual. I don't think they would have him. They would probably want it to start from maybe a specific time. Probably go back and change the character arc is what they seem to be doing. So Nightwing being bisexual is not absurd because Robin was bisexual.
Right. No, you might be onto something and stuff for her. Like that might be something. Though.
Yeah, because now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, throughout the TV show, the cartoons, it was always Batman and Robin.
Right, except for was it Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises?
Right. Just Batman, right?
Right.
So you're thinking, if DC is starting to develop their universe and they're starting to put more characters on the big screen, if you're doing something like and maybe not just Nightwing, maybe they might be doing a Teen Titans.
They did a Teen Titans on Netflix.
But see, even in the cartoon Teen Titan, I guess they don't associate Nightwing with Robin in that sort of way. No. Whoever has the DC title now.
Yeah, so with that Robin and Teen Titan cartoon, there was an episode with Nightwing. Yeah. I remember the episode with Nightwing. So, and there's been 3 Robins. So there's been, to my knowledge. So there's been Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and Damian Wayne, Bruce Wayne's son. Right. Those are the 3 people that I know that have been Robin. So on that Teen Titan show, I don't know if that Robin is Jason Todd. Got it. Or he might be Damian Wayne, but I don't think Damian Wayne was that kind of a nicer type of person, because the story with Damian Wayne was the fact that he was from the League of Shadows. It's like the same man who trained Bruce Wayne is his grandfather. So Bruce Wayne basically slept with his daughter, and then Damian Wayne is the product of that. So this little boy just knows like darkness and kick ass and battle and all this type of stuff. So that cheerful, loving Teen Titans Go type of that, I don't think that's him. It might be Jason Todd. And then Jason Todd and stuff was the fucked up Robin, where I think Joker ended up getting him. So then when he came back as an adult later to fight against Batman, he was the Red Hood. So if you heard the Red Hood, that was the former Robin.
This is just, we're just climbing. The rabbit hole just keeps going deeper. Because now we got to ask ourselves, which Robin?
Which Robin? Ooh.
Because I totally forgot that these characters, you know what I mean? The people who take on their persona sometimes interchange.
Yep.
There's been a few Iron Mans.
Yep. There's been a few
Flash Gordons.
And especially when it comes to the DC world and stuff, whatever, they have a DC like universe over there that's kind of wild, because remember, you have Superman, you have Man of Steel, you have Superboy, you have so many types of things and stuff, Supergirl, you know what I'm saying? So like just that whole Kryptonian thing and stuff, whatever, has so many layers to it already. So you're like, oh, Superman, like no, Superman died from Doomsday. So that's the reason why, like, even like in the Justice League movie, Doomsday did get him, whatever, right? In Batman vs. Superman, Doomsday did get him. And then it took him years and stuff to kind of come back, but then there was apparently other Kryptonians. And then, like, I think Kara, who is Supergirl, she was from a neighboring planet like Krypton. So her planet damn near got destroyed and stuff as well in the process. So that's why her peoples end up shipping her off, because it's kind of like a sonic boom effect. Like one planet exploded, they're like, oh, our planet is next. Let's ship off our babies. Right. And that's how she ended up making it. So she's not originally from Krypton, but I mean, similar, like, let's say life zone, like how Earth's in that one life zone.
Yeah.
To the life zone, so that's why it's easy for them to absorb the red sun and then keep it pushing with the powers. Right. So I don't know. That's why I don't understand how. Let's get to the question of the week, man.
Question of the week.
Question of the week. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All this OJ shit got me thinking and stuff, whatever. So the question of the week is, how did you see the world when you were a child? So,
You know what?
Talk to me.
You know what? It's a good question, man. Because I think almost every person growing up as a child, it's that innocence. That innocence, man. You believe in so much things are being done for you.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? You really believe that, you know, the greater good is what the world is trying to achieve.
And this is the reason why you have people like Greta Guthberg and stuff, whatever. How dare you? Like, to ruin our planet for us. Yes, young Padawan. You see the world as one way. When you become a full spanking adult and you out here driving these diesel cars and you scared of the dark and you got your electricity just going and stuff and everything, you brushing your teeth and doing 10 million things at once, you got your sink running, you fucking up the planet too, boo. But we'll wait till you get it as an adult. But as you were, kind sir.
Yeah. And it's like your eyes is wide open. You're full of goodness. The world is full of goodness. You see everything that's good. Right. You're not concerned with anything that doesn't concern you at that point. But just like you say, you become an adult. You realize, okay, I know when I was a kid and they said, you know, you grow up, you find a job and you start working and you make a life out of it. That was a plan as a kid. But you grow up as an adult and you get that job and you work and you say to yourself, wow, am I supposed to really work all my life to make a life? Or am I working for some other reason?
Everybody's working for the weekend.
You start thinking, you know, geez, got milk. All this time I was pumping myself up with milk as a kid because it does the body good, only to find out that milk ain't that good for you.
Facts. And what if you were lactose and you didn't even know? You were just shitting.
You didn't know. You're excusing yourself every 5 minutes.
No, you see, like, when I was a child, I think the funniest thing and stuff, whatever, is that I said this to myself a few months ago. I was out and about, I think like when the weather fully broke.
Right.
I was out and about and I was walking. I went for a walk and I see some young girls and stuff, whatever, there. Because, you know, leader of Mighty Midget Mafia.
Yeah.
Because we're like around the same height, I must be around the same damn age, but I have a beard.
Right.
And these girls literally try to shoot their shot, and I had my AirPod in. So I had my AirPod in, I kind of took one out. And then the one girl, she said to me, she's like, nice kicks. What kind of shoes are those? So I'm like, they're Adidas. And the other girl jumped up and stuff, was like, your accent's different. Like, are you from the States? So I'm like, yeah, where is this going? They're like, what do you mean, where's it going? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go this way because I don't want to catch a charge. Because, you know, you're a little too young. Whatever, right?
Right.
And when I said that, I kept it pushing. And I'm like, when I was like teenage status, if you even look remotely 30, you were old as shit to me.
Yeah.
As I am 36 now, I'm looking at these young kids. Y'all all fucking 12 to me. I was like,
it's all in the perspective, man. It's all in the perspective.
Like you said, with the innocence and stuff, like the innocence look that we had as children. I feel like one man can change the world, one person can save the world, one person can do this and the third. I mean, that's why you had like so many, you had more heroes as younger compared to like how many heroes you might have now.
Right.
right? Because I think you were kind of gusto with it, where you weren't really, reality wasn't there because you were still getting protected and stuff and sheltered by some things. Like even, I feel like a lot of times, even some kids and stuff that still like live at home, not even kids, I'll say they're adults and stuff, let's say like early 20s.
Yeah.
When they're in their early 20s and stuff and they kind of still live at home, I still feel like they're sheltered and stuff and they might not experience certain type of things. Because when you can go to your parents and stuff and still get fed or still get sheltered and all that type of stuff, it's a lot different compared to when you got to pay this damn bill. You got to make sure there's something to eat. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So I feel like perspective, same thing you said, it's perspective.
Well, I'll throw experience on top of that as well, right? Because when you're young, there's not a lot of things that you've experienced to that point, and there's
Very
a lot
true.
more things going forward that you're going to experience that's going to change your whole mindset on the way things are, how things are, and how things should be, right? So that's, I think, is a key, one of those key things that changes throughout your aging. But that's a good point that you raised with the age. I remember when I was in I want to say elementary school,
Mm-hmm.
and my sister was in high school, and her boyfriend at that time was a basketball player.
Okay.
Now, so high school, what was that last year of high school? You 19?
You should be 18. Because you guys had that extra year shit here, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to say he was around 18, 19. And at that age, looking at that gentleman, he looked like a man. Like, okay, man. When you watch college basketball, it's like, these are men playing, right?
Right.
But now, at the age of 46, 47,
Boy,
I'm looking at these college players like, oh, these are some little youths.
yeah, these boys.
These are some youths out here on the court. So
Because even like LaMelo, when I see LaMelo on the court, whatever, yeah, he got grills, yeah, he got a little peach fuzz and stuff, and I'm like, he's a young lad. You're a young lad. You're right, though. Well, I mean, like this perspective, and see, the Whitney. I believe the children are our future.
right.
And I always stopped and said, like, maybe us as adults, I feel like we do make a lot of things more complicated than what they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I feel like we shouldn't not listen to the children, but just take heed and stuff what they say, because their turn's gonna come up soon, right? Like, funny thing is that I still play my Pokemon Go, and I remember one day I was in my phone. And the kid right by me and stuff, he's like, "What?" He said, "What games do you have in your phone?" So I'm like, "What games do I have in my phone?" I'm like, "I have Pokemon Go." Right? Said that now. The kid looks at me and stuff and says, he said, "See, Mom? See, Dad? That's what you guys should have in your phone. Because Dad wants to stay home and play video games, and Mom wants to go outside and walking."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, here, this kid just did a damn marriage counseling class for his parents. And I'm like, that was dope.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but then like when you were saying it and stuff, you're like, the innocence. I'm like, oh.
It's the innocence, right?
If life was all so simple.
That's it. It sounds like a perfect solution.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds like a perfect solution, but you're right. If life was only so simple.
Right. You're right, man.
You're going to grow up and understand.
Yeah. He going to learn one day.
You're going to learn one day.
One day. All right, man. Let's get to the Ask the Sons and then slide up out of this piece.
Ask the Sons, baby.
First
Ask the Sons.
Comes from Rick Money. Rick Money says, what sex tips could you share for guys?
Squeeze a nut off before.
I always say, like, DJ the clit and eye gaze and stuff is good too.
DJ the clit and eye gaze.
Yeah, because you get a little eye gaze and stuff for the. See, I like having sex in the light. So like,
what if you DJ her clit and her eyes roll backwards?
Hey, mission complete. Yeah.
But if it doesn't roll backwards, look into the eyes.
Then just look into the eyes.
Look into the eyes. Okay. All
right. Next question comes from Aussie Boy. What's a fact that's real but sounds completely fake? I found out that Netflix was actually created a year before Google. I couldn't believe that.
Really?
I didn't think that Netflix was around that damn long. Netflix came out a full year before.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, the fact that Netflix was like a vending machine is kind of unbelievable.
Right? That's what I said.
Yeah, I would have to say that. If you tell anybody right now that Netflix was a vending machine, they probably tell you full of shit.
Pretty much. Pretty damn much. All right, and the last question is from Marlene C. What is your favorite word to pronounce out loud?
No, that wasn't it.
Oh, I said, yeah, really?
Man, I got a few words that I use interchangeable. I gotta do it. What do I really like?
My favorite word is facilitate.
Facilitate?
Facilitate. I love saying. Anytime I get an opportunity to say facilitate, I don't know. I just always have this inner smile that comes up. Like, I will facilitate the job. I'm like, girl, let me facilitate your body.
Yeah. I think mine is zeitgeist.
Ooh, I do like that word. That I do like.
Yeah. I think I like it because it just sounds like I know a whole lot of shit. When I really don't. But that one just sounds so powerful. Like, this dude knows what he's talking about. He's talking about the zeitgeist.
Right. Okay. I like facilitate, and I hate the word Worcestershire. I can't say that. Worcestershire.
I just say brown sauce.
Nigga, is that gravy?
I just say brown sauce because I haven't tried to pronounce it. I just watch everybody else struggle and fail. That's about it.
That's pretty much me. That's pretty much me struggling with it. All right, man.
All right.
Thanks for another good show. Thanks for the lovely people at Stereo.
Thank you.
Yes. And what Associate the Sons this week? The one I have for this week and stuff is learn to listen for understanding and not for responding.
So says the Sons.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, they just want to listen to stuff, especially like in argument purpose and stuff and everything. They're just like, all right, go ahead and talk. This is the reason why you're an asshole. No. Try and listen for understanding purposes before to respond quick and get spunky and sparky, you know?
Right.
I think we'll be better people and stuff. We'll be better humans when we learn to master this craft.
I agree.
Yeah, man. Once again, man, thanks again. And thank you all for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love. Y'all be well out there.
Peace and love.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.